Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic comprehension ability. Now, this is part 28. So, in this session, we will be discussing some more passages as we did earlier. So, in this session, we will discuss two passages, that is passage number 16 and passage number 17. So, till now, we have already done 15 passages in our earlier session. So, in this session, we are going to discuss two more passages and questions based on them. As you know well that we have already started short passages. So, these two are also short passages which we are going to do in this session, and also we'll discuss some questions based on these passages along with answers and detailed solutions. So we will understand each and every question in detail, that why is it the answer of this particular question. So first of all, let us read the entire passage, and after that we'll start attempting the questions. So first of all, we'll start with passage number 16. So let's begin the session, or let's begin reading the passage. So the passage is starting from the word religion is the greatest instrument for so raising us. It is amazing that a person not intellectually bright means educated, perhaps not even educated, is capable of grasping and living by something so advanced as the principles of Christianity. So they have talked about Christianity as the religion, and here the author wants to say that a person who is not well educated, or who is not very intelligent, yet he knows or he follows the principles and he knows each and everything about the religion's requirement. Yet there is a common phenomenon. It is not, however, in my province to talk about religion, but rather to stress the power which great literature and great personalities whom we met in it and in history have to open and enlarge our minds. It means he wants to state that it is now not, however, in my province. It means it is not in his hands or in his knowledge. It means it is not the part of his area. For example, to discuss about religion, the author feels that it is not my cup of tea, or you can say he wants to say, or he wants to state that it is not in his province. It means he cannot say anything for it, because he feels that he has not that much knowledge or that much capability that he can talk about religion, but rather to stress the power which great literature and great personalities whom we met in it and in history have to open and enlarge our minds, and to show us what is the first rate in human personality and human character by showing us goodness and greatness. So the author here questions that what is first rate in human personality. It means in human personality, what should be the first part, to be religious or to be educated, and human character by showing us goodness and greatness. Okay, so let us see the question, then this passage will be clear to you. This is somewhere like literal genre, as you can say. So the first question is, in this passage the author's ultimate intention is to talk about religion, history, education, or character. Obviously he doesn't want to talk about religion. He is not talking about history. In fact, he is giving priority to education. That means he is ultimately talking about education. He wants education to be discussed. So this is the ultimate intention of the author according to this passage. Now let us move to the next question. So here answer will be C, and the next question is, the phrase "so raising us" means, as you can see, it is written over here, religion is the greatest instrument for so raising us. Now let us see the options. Giving us a sense of spiritual superiority, making us feel that we are more important than we really are, improving our mental abilities, making us realize that we all are children of God. Now, raising means when someone upbrings us or raises us. It means we are brought by someone. So religion is the greatest instrument for so raising us. So means those people who are raising us, and of course we are the children of God, and God is there to raise us. Okay. So here D will be the correct answer. So this is a very deep meaning hidden behind the first line, that it means that making us realize that we all are children of God who is raising us. Okay. So according to this situation, D will be the correct answer. Now the next one, what surprises the author is that even uneducated people are attracted towards Christianity. Christianity is practiced by a number of people. Despite being difficult and complex, the principles of Christianity are practiced by so many people. Even very intelligent people cannot understand the principles of Christianity. If you see this, this line, it is amazing. Now, what surprises him? It is amazing. Now, this will depict that what surprises him, that a person not intellectually bright, perhaps not even educated, is capable of grasping and living by something so advanced and the principles of Christianity. So even uneducated people are attracted towards Christianity, and in all these, C will be the correct answer. That despite being difficult and complex, the principles of Christianity are practiced by so many people. So this will be the correct answer, because Christianity is a religion which is practiced by many people. In fact, even those who are not educated, they are not talked about the educated ones, but they are saying that there is a common phenomena. It means common phenomenon. That means even those people who are educated or uneducated, they all are following the Christianity. So many people are following Christianity. Okay. So despite being difficult and complex, though it is difficult and complex, as you can see over here, so advanced as the principles. So, okay, it means they are talking about that the principles of Christianity are very complex and difficult, yet they are followed, yet principles of Christianity is followed by even those people who are uneducated. So, all the people are following that. Okay. Now, the author hesitates to talk about religion because this is the next question. He does not feel himself competent to talk about it. Nobody around him likes to talk about it. He does not believe in any religion, or he does not fully understand its importance. So it is, you can see over here, it is not, however, in my province to talk about religion. So it is, he does not feel himself competent to talk about it. So A will be the correct answer according to this line, as you can see. It is not, however, in my province to talk about religion. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. The next question is, according to the author, we come across examples of greatness and nobility in great works of literature, literary and historical works, historical records, or books on Christianity. So according to author, we come across examples of greatness and nobility in, as you can see over here, but rather to stress the power which great literature and greatest personalities whom we met in history, in it and in history, have to open and enlarge our minds and show us what is the first rate in human personality and human character by showing us goodness and greatness. So according to this, it should be great works of literature. Okay, literary and historical works, historical records or books on Christianity. So it should be B, literary and historical works, because if we talk about A, that is great works of literature, but we are not talking about literature, we are talking about literary works as well as history. So here the answer correct, the correct answer should be B, that is literary and historical works. So B will be the correct answer according to the passage. Now let us move to the next passage, that is passage number 17. So passage number 16 was too small and it was simply easy, or you can say it was very simple. So we have already done that. Now it is time to read passage number 17, and after that we'll answer the questions that follows. Now this is somewhere a big paragraph. So first of all, let us read this entire paragraph, and after that we'll start doing the questions. So let us take it over here. Okay, so first of all, let us start reading the passage. It is strange that, according to his position in life, an extravagant man, extravagant means one who spends a lot, is admired or despised. It means a man who spends a lot is sometimes admired and sometimes criticized. Why so? To his position in life, an extravagant man is admired and despised. A successful businessman does nothing to increase his popularity by being careful with his money. He is expected to display his success. Now, whenever a man is a businessman or a successful businessman, it means he must be rich. So, just he does nothing to increase his popularity. In fact, he just shows off, and that makes him. By being careful with his money, he is expected to display his success. Okay, so he shows off of his success. To have a smart car, he purchases a smart car, an expensive life, it means a luxurious life, and to be lavish with his hospitality. Hospitality means to entertain his guests. So just to entertain his guest, he entertains them lavishly. It means he spends too much, he spends extravagantly to entertain his guests. If he's not so, he is considered mean. If now with a rich man, it is a difficulty that if he does not do all these things, he's considered mean. That he's sordid or mean. That he doesn't, or you can say a person who is. I'm not recalling the particular word, but who is so mean that he does not want to spend money, though he has a lot of it, and his reputation in business may even suffer. Now, this word is even. Okay. In consequence, even in case of business, maybe his reputation will not work. Okay, his reputation will suffer because being a rich businessman, he has to show off, just to show, yes, that he's the man who can invest somewhere. Okay, he will not be like the man who does not want to spend his money. So he has to be lavished. Okay, he has to be lavish, he has to be extravagant, not for just of his nature, not because of his nature, but because he has to maintain his personality and his reputation. The paradox remains that if he had not been careful with his money in the first place, he would never have achieved his present wealth. Now, again, this is the important thing. The paradox remains. Paradox means when two contradictory situations are written together, that is paradox. Okay, when we say something and in the other half of the statement we contradict ourselves, so that type of a statement is called paradox. Okay, remains that if he had not been careful with his money, it is also the same thing that if the man who is you can say earning a lot of money, he's very rich, if he was not careful about his money, he would not have saved so much as he has now. He must not have achieved so much as he has now, because only because he saved, he capitalized it, he invested it, then only he has become rich. So it is not only displaying, but just to make this capital, he had been a man who spends a little, or who spends with care. Okay, he must be economic at that time. Among the low income group, now in this para we have talked about a rich personality. Okay, on the other hand, in this, among the low income group, it means group of those people whose income is low, okay, or less. A different set of values exists. Now here they follow some rules. The young clerk who makes his wife a present of a new dress when he has not paid his house rent is comment and extravagant. Yes, of course. Suppose there is a person who does not earn well, and he has not paid his house rent, because that is a liability for him, and he spends for the dress of his wife. Okay, so it is commended as extravagant. It means he will be said that he is doing some wrong, and he's an extravagant. It means he just you can say just spend money lavishly, okay, without any reason. So that is being extravagant. It means he will be criticized for doing so. Carefulness with money to the point of meanness is applauded as virtue. Now here, point of meanness, it means here carefulness with money to the point of meanness is applauded as a virtue. So here in this part, he will not be praised. In fact, he will be despised or criticized. Nothing in his life is considered more worthy than paying his bills. So only the thing that he faces is, if he is paying the bills regularly, that means he's doing well. Okay, if he spends a little on other things and does not have paid money for the bills, does not have paid the bills, he will be considered extravagant, or he will be criticized. The ideal wife for such a man separates her housekeeping money into joyless little piles, so much for rent. Now, what happens? The ideal wife, it means the good wife for him, will be a woman who first pays all the bills, pays all the dues, and after that things for herself. So she is a housewife. Money into joyless little piles. Okay, so she does not enjoy from that money. In fact, she feels happy if she does, or if she pays the bills on time. That means she feels to be awesome because she has done these activities, or to pay the bills on time. For food, for the children's shoes, she is able to face the milkman with equanimity. It means every time, or with equanimity means on the due date she pays the dues. Okay, every month, satisfied with her economizing ways. So she is very happy because she is economizing ways, for her economizing ways, because she is clearing all the dues when they occurs, or when they occur, or as soon as the day comes, the days, no, the month start, the next month starts, she pays the bills, or she pays to the milkman, she buys the children's shoes. So everything, every expense that is necessary, she's doing, she's managing well. So she is satisfied in that all. She is not enjoying with that of money because she has low income. Still, she feels very rich because she does these activities on time, and never knows the guilt of buying something she can't really afford. And she does not find herself to be disappointed, to be guilty that she could not buy this dress, or she could not buy that, because she knew that she does not afford that. As for myself, I fall into neither of these two categories. So sorry, I fall into neither of these categories. So author is saying about herself or himself that he does not fall in any of these categories. If I have money to spare, I can be extravagant. It means he's saying, if I have money, it means maybe possible he does not have money. If he had, he would have been extravagant. Okay, or he would be extravagant. But when, as is usually the case, I am hard up. Hard up means I did not have money. And I am the meanest man imaginable. And he also presents himself to be meanest man because he did not have money, though he was in a feeling of extravagant. That means if he had money, he must be expending them a lot. Okay, it means if he you can say, though he did not have money, he did not spend them, but even if he had a little of them, he must have spent them. Okay, so extravagantly. So he falls in that category, not these two. So the first question, now let us start doing the questions. I hope you understood the entire passage. So in this passage, we have talked about three kind of persons. Actually, one person who is very rich and he shows off, he has to spend money lavishly just for his reputation. Another man or another woman, which we are talking about because he has lower income, or his wife manages his house very well with that of money, and she does not spend on other things but on the only necessary things she spends. And the author, he considered himself as be the meanest man because if though he did not have money, but if he had, he just imagined that if he had money, he would spend them a lot. He would spend them lavishly. So this is actually the meaning of the passage. Now let us move to the questions. So the first question is, which of the following would be the most suitable title for the passage? As we have read the entire passage, now we have an idea that what the passage is about. So the author is asking about the title, suitable title of this passage. So let us see the options. Extravagance is always commendable. Extravagance leads poverty. Extravagance in life to the rich and the poor. Miserly habits of the poor. Now it is very simple that we are talking about not that extravagance is always commendable. No, not at all. Because if a poor person does extravagancy or extravagance, he is criticized. Extravagance leads to poverty. No, because it is for the reputation. Rich man has to be extravagant. Extravagance in life of rich and the poor, yes, of course, this difference has been seen over here, that it is extravagance in the life of the rich and the poor. It can be seen from this para. So here the answer will be C. Now let us move to the next one. The next question is, in the opinion of the writer, a successful businessman should not bother about popularity, is expected to have expensive tastes. We are talking about a successful businessman is more popular if he appears to be doing nothing, must be extravagant before achieving success. Now, before achieving success, he should not be extravagant. Okay, should not bother about popularity. Is expected to have expensive taste. Is more popular if he appears to be doing nothing. Now, obviously should not bother about popularity. So our answer will be B, is expected to have expensive tastes. Obviously, here according to this sentence. Now, as you can see over here, he does not bother. A successful businessman does nothing to increase his popularity. He does nothing. He just actually he is expected to display his success, to have a smart car and expensive life, and to be lavish with hospitality. If he is not so, he is considered mean. That is why the correct answer will be, is expected to have expensive tastes. So he is expected to do so. Otherwise, his reputation will be ruined. Okay. Should not bother about popularity. Actually, he need not bother about his personality or popularity. Okay. So not A, it will be B. B will be the correct answer. Now the next question is, the phrase lavish with his hospitality in the third sentence of the first paragraph signifies considerateness in spending on guests and strangers, indifference in treating his friends and relatives, miserliness. Miserliness is actually when one does not want to spend money in dealing with his friends. Now, extravagance in entertaining the guests. As you can see over here, it is written that to be lavish with hospitality, it means to entertain his guests lavishly. Okay, hospitality means to entertain guests. So extravagance in entertaining guests should be the correct answer. So D will be the correct answer according to the situation given over here. Now let us move to the next question. And the next question is, the word paradox in the last sentence of the first paragraph means. I told you the meaning of paradox. Now let us see the options. A statement based on the popular opinion, that which is contrary to received opinion, some statement based on facts, that which brings out the inner meaning. Now, as I told you, paradox is such a situation in which two situations are there when we said something and we contradict the same at the same time. So that is called paradox. Okay. For example, if I say the biggest hope is no hope. Okay. Well, I'm just making it. It is not actually the statement. Okay. So that is actually paradox. It means when we say something and we contradict it. Okay, so that will be the correct answer. As you can see over here, if it is not so, he is considered mean. His reputation in business may even suffer in consequence. The paradox remains that if he had not been careful with his money in the first place, he would never have achieved his present wealth. So as he is expected to extravagant, to spend a lot. On the other hand, if he had not been careful with his money, he must not have achieved so much of success as he had achieved now. So here B will be the correct answer. That is which is contrary to the received opinion. Okay. Now here it seems that low paid people should feel guilty if they overspend. borrow money to meet their essential needs? No. If we say that it seems that low paid people should borrow money to meet their essential needs? No. Not keep their creditors waiting? Not pay their bills promptly? No. Here, if you see this sentence, among low group income group, a different set of values exist. The young clerk who makes his wife a present of a new dress when he has not paid his house rent is condemned as extravagant. Condemned means blamed. So here answer will be A. Simple. Feel guilty if they overspend. So this will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. Here the next question is, how does the housewife described by the writer feel when she saves money? She wishes she could sometimes be extravagant, is still troubled by a sense of guilt, wishes life were less burdensome, is content to be so thrifty. Of course, it is D, because here it was written, as you can see, the young clerk who, okay, carefulness with money, piles so much of rent, okay, and she never knows, okay, never knows the guilt of buying something she can't really afford. So from this line, we can say that is content to be so thrifty. So D will be the correct answer. So thrifty means one who does not want to spend, okay, or does not spend lavishly. So this D will be the correct answer. Now the next one is, the statement she is able to face the milkman with equanimity implies that she is not upset as she has been paying the milkman his dues regularly. She loses her nerve at the sight of the milkman who always demands his dues. She manages to keep cool as she has to pay the milkman only a month's dues. She remains composed and confident as she knows that she can handle the milkman tactfully. Now, she is not upset because she has been paying milkman his regular dues. As you can see over here, consider worthy than paying bills. The ideal wife for such a man separates her housekeeping money into joyless little piles, so much for rent, for the food, for the children's shoes. She is able to face the milkman with equanimity every month, satisfied with her economizing ways. Economizing ways means she is managing her economic condition of house. So here A will be the correct answer according to the second paragraph of the passage. Now, the next question is, which of the following is the opposite in the meaning of word applauded in the passage? As you can see, it is written over here, applauded. Okay, so suppressed, cherished, decried, or humiliated. So the answer will be C, that is decried. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. And the next question is, we understand from the passage that thrifty may lead to success. Wealthy people are invariably successful. All mean people are wealthy. Carefulness generally leads to failure. No, it should be carefulness make the people successful. Wealthy people are invariably successful. Yes, of course they are. So B will be the correct answer according to the situation given in the passage. Now the next question is, as far as money is concerned, we get the impression that the writer, as you can see in the last line, as for myself, I fall into neither of these categories. If I have money to spare, I can be extravagant. So with the help of this line, we can answer this. Doesn't often have money to save, would like to be considered extravagant, is never inclined to be extravagant, is incapable of saving anything. It means does not often have money to save. Okay, if he had, he would have been extravagant. Okay, then I'm the meanest man imaginable. Okay, so these were some questions based on this paragraph. I hope you enjoyed this section because these two paragraphs were very simple and very good and interesting. I hope you enjoyed these two paragraphs and understood each and every question very well. Thanks to you.